Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. This is my camera review and shootout between the Huawei P20 Pro, the new OnePlus 6 and the Honor 10. What I've got is a load of photos and video coming up. I'm scoring each of the photos, 3 points for first, 2 points for coming second place, 1 point for coming last. I've got the final score at the end. This is the Gav XO scoring system. And don't forget, my audio review of the OnePlus 6 is coming soon, but I am going to tell you which took the best photos overall, and let's go check these photos out. Second attempt on the OnePlus 6 at 1080p on the front. And boy, does it crop in a bit compared to the others. So this is the Honor 10 handheld front camera at 1080p, and I'm not so cropped in tight. And this is handheld 1080p on the Huawei P20 Pro front camera. Okay, so as we go into the photos here, this particular version I put the OnePlus 6 first, the Honor 10 and then the P20 Pro, but do you agree with me? It's worth having a look at these samples in a bit more details. Moving on, there's the Dandelion here, and again for this one, my winner was the P20 Pro, followed by the Honor 10, and in last place I actually had the OnePlus 6. But again, it's fairly close, but when you zoom in you do see the extra details. Again here, P20 Pro sharper, followed by the Honor 10, a lot of detail, and the one which was my least favourite was actually the OnePlus 6 in this particular setup. Going to the purple flowers, I actually put the Honor 10 first. I like the more saturated look, which is coming up now. The OnePlus 6 struggled to focus no matter what I tried, and the P20 Pro, that came in second place, but not too bad overall. If you look at the tree leaves, here P20 Pro was my favourite, Honor 10 and then the OnePlus 6 came in third place, but again fairly close, but when you zoom in it was pretty clear here. Moving on to the dinner table, I actually preferred the OnePlus 6 in this setting, followed by the Honor 10 followed by the P20, and the Honor 10 came last in the low light scenarios, and obviously the night mode on the P20 Pro is just something else, really quite good. Looking at the fireplace, my favourite here was the OnePlus 6, in second place the P20 Pro, and the Honor 10 was a bit soft and not as sharp, and the white balance was slightly off as well. Looking at the sort of monk's house here, for me it was definitely the P20 Pro, and the zoom on that is fantastic, and just give you an idea of what the OnePlus 6 can achieve. And looking at them now, the normal shots, again here I would say P20 Pro, OnePlus 6 and then the Honor 10 in that order of sequence. Looking at the side here, I actually put the Honor 10 as my favourite. There's more detail. OnePlus 6 came second, and surprisingly I put the P20 Pro in last place. So, you know, but that's the way it rocks. Looking at some other examples now at the main house, here there is more detail with the OnePlus 6, and in second place I actually put the Honor 10. It's a bit more sort of vibrant shot, and I put the P20 Pro came actually last in this particular aspect. Looking at this sort of garden view, this was quite close, but the Honor 10 was my favourite, P20 Pro and the OnePlus 6, but I'd be interested to see how you feel and view this particular shot. Going sort of inside a little bit, looking at this sort of piece of machinery, this sort of low light suits the P20 Pro perfectly. Then it was literally the OnePlus 6, and the Honor 10 was the worst of the bunch. Looking at this really weird egg shot, you just cannot beat the P20 Pro on this particular shot. So it was literally P20 Pro, OnePlus 6 and Honor 10 in that order. And finally, looking at the stables, I actually picked the Honor 10 as my favourite. When you zoom in, it was a bit better, followed by the P20 Pro, and then finally the OnePlus 6. So again, you might have favourites, one's slightly more saturated, but when you look at them close up, it does come into that play. And finally, the OnePlus 6 was better here with the flowers, followed by the P20 Pro, and then the Honor 10. So I'm going to talk a bit more about these photos and the video. So let's go and conclude and wrap this up. Okay, so you've seen all the photos. I'm going to show you some portrait shots, and the reason I didn't include the portrait shots in the actual overall scoring is that currently the OnePlus 6 doesn't have front portrait mode. So it is more a case of just giving you an idea of the rear portrait shots. Let's have a look at them. So you can see the different ones, the OnePlus 6, the Honor 10 and the P20 Pro. What do you think, guys? In terms of my scoring, remember the 3, 2, 1, 3 points for first, 2 points for second, 1 point for coming last. Here is all the scores and the final totals. And as you can see, the P20 Pro came first, the Honor 10 came second, and the OnePlus 6 came third. But also bear in mind that the Honor 10 and the P20 Pro have loads and loads of extra modes in the camera app, from light painting, silky water, wide aperture mode, where you can change the aperture from 0.95 to f16, and also edit afterwards the actual focus point. Lots and lots of tricks. The OnePlus 6 allows a slow motion video at 480p for a whole minute. That's not too bad at all. It also obviously has the higher video settings for 4K and 4K at 60 frames per second. But don't forget, you've got limitations on the time you can use for those. But I did find the stabilisation at 1080p better on the P20 Pro and the Honor 10. So there you have it. Ultimately, the winners are, in first place, P20 Pro, Honor 10 and OnePlus 6. Hope you like this. Catch you guys soon. Bye for now.